Hi and welcome back to kati-ellen's Bookish Adventures. So in today's video, I thought, seeing as I did a video last week based on my favourite reads of 2018 and I've done my reads of 2019, I thought I would give you a glimpse into my TBR shelves, well, my existing bookshelves and my kind of non-existing bookshelves actually look like. So I thought I would share with you the books that have been on my shelf for the longest of times. Now, I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, 2016 or 2015. I'm gonna have some serious old books for you, so strap in. The first book, The Hunger Games. Yes, I have not read The Hunger Games. It's kind of hard for me to guess when or how long I've had this. I remember this came out when I was in high school, so yeah, 2008, last year 2008, I remember that. Because I remember seeing posters for it actually in my English corridor. This book, I obviously bought this after the films came out, so March 2012. I don't know after which film, basically. So I remember being younger, this sort of genre, like dystopian, just wasn't really my type of thing. My best friend, she had read them, she'd seen the film, and like she absolutely loved it. So she kind of convinced me to do it. And I absolutely agreed. I said, yes, it's fine, I'll do it. I just didn't want to read it when there was such a huge hype about it. I wanted to read it in my own time when I was ready. I will probably actually read these next year. I guess I'm kind of looking forward to it. It will be a completely different genre to what I read. So it's kind of nice like to branch out. But yeah, I've had this, yeah, quite a while. My next book is Angel Fall by Suzanne. I want to say I don't know if I forgot I owned this because the third book is still on my wish list on Amazon. I don't really know what's happened. This book has kind of just, I guess when I was a teenager, there were a lot of books revolving around vampires and angels, and I guess as I've kind of older, I've strayed towards a different kind of YA, and so books like this have just kind of been pushed further and further down. So this book was released, 2013, not as long as I thought. So I probably would have bought it around then, maybe a bit afterwards. I think my friend, Alice recommended these to me first. I think maybe the first and second had come out and she was waiting for the last, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll get them, I'll get the third, and then I'll read them, and then yeah, I haven't. If you have watched many of my videos, then you will know the next book very well. Throne of Glass. I've had these literally since the day it got released, so 2012, yep. Been a while, but I can proudly say I started them. I have been reading The Assassin's Blade. I read some today at lunch actually. I will read some more tomorrow. I can't tonight as I'm going out. Again, the reason I never read these is the reason I've said many times, and I'll say it again just in case. For me, I just prefer reading a series altogether. I don't really like to wait for the next book to come out, and especially with something like this and they got bigger and I just knew the story was going to become more in depth and it was going to become more. And I just thought, for me, it would be easier, especially just to keep the story straight and like not for things to get jumbled. It is a habit I am trying to change, especially more with trilogies. I will do it. But something that's bigger, I don't know. It's just a personal preference as to how I prefer to read. So the next book actually isn't a book I own yet. It is the Bloodlines. I don't know how many they are. I want to say 4 or 6. I don't know. By Rachel Mead. Basically, that has been on my list. Oh my goodness. I want to say from 2008. Basically, I read her other series, Vampire Academy, Bloodlines is the spin-off. I had a very love-hate relationship with that series. So yeah, they've been on my bookshelf for like years. I don't think I actually read Vampire Academy until like maybe, gosh, I don't know actually. I want to say like 2012, 2014. I really can't remember. I'm trying to remember like where I was working. But yeah, I read them. I just had this huge love-hate relationship because the books themselves were like amazing. I just really didn't like the main character. As the series went on, she did grow on me. And yeah, I started to like Rose more. But to begin with, she really grated on me. And so I would have this thing where I didn't want to read them. And I just thought, oh my god. So in the end, I took them with me to work because I was like, this is the only way I can force myself to read them. And I started reading them. I was like, oh my god, these are amazing, right? So I just had this like mental block of kind of like, oh, I don't want to read them because I can't stand them. No, I didn't want to read them because I couldn't stand Rose. Once I got past it and once she started to annoy me less, I was like, oh my god, yes. So Bloodlines is something I do still want to pick up. I might maybe look at it next year because I did really enjoy Vampire Academy and I'm looking forward to sort of reading a spin-off, but yeah, I just struggled so much with that I think it just put me in a mindset of, oh god, I don't want to go near this ever again. So the next book is actually more author-based, and that is Cassandra Clare. Again, all of her series basically have been on my shelf, again, since about like 2008. They were on my original list of books that I saw and wanted to read, and just, I think I must have seen in Waterstones the actual sheer size of some of them, and just kind of went, nah mate. I just think, yeah, although I like loved reading and stuff, I just don't think I was ready for at a time to commit to such a long book, and so I just thought, oh, I can't do this. And then just slowly over the years, just her books have just kind of just been shunted further and further down my list. I don't really know why, because I try and pick books that have been on my list for ages, but it's just always something that I've always just been like, oh, I'll get around to it, but I never do. And then I guess the series came out, and once I really got into reading and really into the YA world, I just suddenly saw how kind of prolific and everywhere and how loved she was. It's kind of just sort of re-blinkered in my attention span. So yeah, I have said that I will start them. I'm going to start with Devices first. I decided to go prequels first and then go for these. But I will still like buy these as and when, because I found some very pretty covers and I don't want them to like just disappear. My next books are so flippin' hefty. The Brothers Grimm stories and Hans Christian Andersen. So this is like 850 pages. This is like 1,000 and something pages. So just to put this into some real scope for you, I started reading this book in 2011. Give me credit where credit is due, because what, 2011? How old was I? Where are we now? 2019. I'll be 27 next month. So I was like 19 when I started reading these. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought I was younger. And I got halfway. I don't really know what happened, but I think, okay, my main issue was these books you can only find like a massive bind-up. Nowadays, in fact, I have one on my bookshelf of the Brothers Grimm. You can get a bind-up of select stories. You don't have to wade through it as much. And I wish I kind of had that first, because there are so many stories to get through. And they're all very similar, and they're all very weird, like talking sausages, and a lot of it is just very strange. And I think it just got to a point where it was just too much, and I just never came back to it. I am going to finish this. I have decided, this video actually, when I was thinking about what video I wanted to do, and I thought, oh my god, yeah, this has been on my shelf for ages, has made me think I am going to commit to reading this before I read this bind-up. So I just need to figure out a way to be able to read this as well as reading my other ones. I'm going to find a way, because I also do want to sort of tackle this as well, because it's been on my shelf and I want to read it, and I've not seen like a smaller bind-up that I have like of the Grimm brothers, so I will do it. But yeah, it is quite daunting. I just feel like, oh my goodness. Oh, it's 1,181 pages, so that is just stellar. I mean, the only upside is that literally all of these like stories, they are literally like so short that they're pages long. So I might just say to myself, read 10 stories a week or something, just to like, I need to find a way so I can do it. But I'm determined. I want to finish this year. It'd be really nice. The final book I have for you, The Invention of Hubert Cabaret. So I decided I was going to read Brian's work. I feel like Brian, like I know him. It's only because I'm not 100% on how to say surname. Selznick? Yeah. I decided I was going to read this after I saw the film. I feel like I'd seen this in Waterstones, but I kind of had just thought it was like a kid's book, I think. When was this published? Okay, no, that's just telling me when he won awards. No. I need to know actual dates, please. Actual dates, please. 2007. I'm not sure when the film came out, but I decided to read it sort of after then, because after really actually looking into him, I discovered that I really liked, I mean, the film I thought was visually like amazing. I was like, oh my god, this is really cool. So then I thought, maybe I will read the book. So I remember just seeing like the creepy face sticking out of the shelf in Waterstones, and I just absolutely, just once I dug into it, I loved his idea of storytelling, which is a mixture of illustration and of words. And I've got his other one, Wonderstruck. Oh, I just caught my lipstick there, which I think is based between two different time zones. One story is made up of words, the other story is made up completely of images, and there is another book of his that has come out which I want to read as well. So yeah, this has been on my shelf for, like I said, ages. So many of these are all books that I found when I was in my teens, when I was like 16 and upwards, so 2008. Yes, they're all books like that that I've just wanted to find and read, but just have just slowly been pushed back down. So I am making a very big effort with books like this that, 10 years, can we just throw in potentially, I am going to make that effort to read. It's quite something. Those are just a snippet of the oldest books that are on my TBR. There are so many other books. are books that I don't even own, but again, like a lot of these, they just exist on a list that I made when I first really started looking into books, and it was on Amazon, used to be really amazing and would like give you recommendations. You could say whether you owned it or not. Cause I would literally spend hours just going through Amazon doing that and just saying, and you could just say not interested, I own it already, or more like this or something like that. And I would spend hours just finding books that way basically, and literally I have so many books on this list. Some of them I think I need to reopen this list and have a look at it actually. Some of them I definitely will read. I want to say at least half I will maybe eventually do, but a lot of them now I'm just like, actually, like so many of them are like vampire books where it was such like a craze. Some of them I might just see what the reviews are like and think it'll be like I'll buy it on Kindle, I won't make some money, because I wanted to read them then and I wouldn't mind seeing what they were like, and it'll be different and it'll be a throwback and it'll probably be really cringy and it'll be wonderful to think, oh my goodness, what was I thinking back then? That is me done. I'm filming on a Wednesday. I'm filming very early. I normally film on a Saturday, but I'm out Friday. It's my day off. Saturday, it's my weekend off, and I am putting on a slap just to do this. So I thought I'd do it. I'm very limited time-wise this week. So yeah, I'm off out Friday to see a friend of mine after work. So yeah, I'm very limited time-wise. And I was like, when am I going to do this? I have to do it really quickly today. But I am off out later, actually. Yeah, I need to like do a few more bits around the house quickly before I go out. I have like, wait. Okay, I have an hour. No, I don't. Okay, potentially I'm running out of time and actually I have to leave in a bit. Oops. Comment below, I would love to hear what books that you have on your shelf which have been there. Can you beat my record? Can you beat my record of potentially 10 years? I need there to be someone out there who's had a book forever and has not finished it or even started it. Like, I need to feel like I'm not the only person. I know so many people like, oh, I've had this book for 4 years, for 5 years, and I'm like, 10. I've had this book for 10 years. Just casually. I mean, I started one in 2011, so I'm doing really well. If you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button. It would mean the world to me. And as always, if you are new, then make sure you subscribe and you can see more fun videos like this. I'm gonna go because I'm actually kind of concerned.